Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. This is day 5 of making a beat every single day, and you'll notice straight away if you've been watching the series that this video is a little bit different. So we don't have the webcam on today. This is just a one-off for this episode because I thought I would do a bit more of a podcast style. So I'll give a quick breakdown of what exactly happened. So I recorded this beat earlier today, which you can see being made in the background. However, it was very late at night and I didn't want to start recording because number one, I wanted to get it done as soon as possible so I could go to sleep. Number two, my parents were obviously also going to sleep, or were asleep at the time, so I didn't really want to whip out the webcam and start shouting into my microphone. So I thought I would just, record my screen, have it muted, but play the beat that I made in the background of today's video, and just explain more about my channel, more about me and everything, to give more of an update video whilst a tutorial is kind of being played in the background of how exactly I made the beat. So, if you're interested, there it is on the screen. But yeah, let's get into stuff about me. Now I will say this video isn't scripted, it's just going to be me talking for 15 minutes. Now, please note the video in the background is in 2x speed, so it took me half an hour to make this beat. As you can tell, it's quite a simple and quite a chill vibe. So I'll start off with, the vibe. Yeah, the vibe I was going for. So, as I mentioned in one of the other videos, I think it was the lo-fi beat video, a friend of mine has actually started making content. He makes really interesting content actually. So what he does is, it's a really cool concept, I can't lie. I've basically stolen it for the 30-day beat making series that I'm doing right now. A beat a day keeps a doctor away. Effectively what he does is every single day he sits down and just records 5 minutes of his time and just kind of informs the audience on what he's been up to, what's going on in his life and stuff that happened in that day. It might not be that day specifically, but it's just a general life update. And he does those daily, and I think the concept is so intriguing, to be honest, because when I first started YouTube back in, it was over 8 years ago, believe it or not. It is actually 8 years ago. I didn't really know how to talk to the camera. I wasn't very comfortable, or I just didn't know how to engage with the audience, right? I'm still not perfect, of course. I'm still learning every single day, which is another reason why I wanted to do the 30-day beat making challenge, because I want to improve, number one, my content creation skills and my engagement, but equally, of course, the way I kind of operate, with FL Studio, trying to learn new things, new sounds, which is why I've been trying to take up a new sound every day for the 30 days. Now, I will be honest, I feel like I might get burnt out doing the whole 30 days. But I'm going to do it anyway, and then afterwards I'll make a video saying I made a beat every day for 30 days, here's what I learned. But anyway, back to my friend who's doing YouTube, or doing videos at least. He hasn't made a YouTube channel yet. Once he does though, I'll be shouting it out and I'll put a link in the description, and everybody from here should go and follow him because you just should. He's a great guy and his content is very good in my opinion. And it's just a relaxing thing, right? You just sit down for 5 minutes and listen to someone talking to you like I am now. It's just a relaxing podcast. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but just go sub to him when he makes his channel. But yes, so this vibe, I was purposely going for a more energetic backing track for his videos, right? Because he's thinking of doing maybe travel vlogs or just other types of vlogs where he's going to be out and about and there's going to be montages, right? He's not going to be talking to the camera the whole time. He's going to be out in the real world, making clips, all that stuff. So I thought I would make more of an energetic but relaxing backing track. Now I went for a house style here, I would say. It's kind of a blend between lo-fi and house. I'm not really sure what to call it. I think the title would just be making a house beat, to stick with the theme that we've got going. But yeah, I wanted to create that for him because the lo-fi beat that I made for him was also kind of going on a similar wavelength. However, I wanted it to be more relaxing, because the purpose of that beat was to be put kind of in the background of his podcast style videos where he would sit down and talk to the camera over 5 minutes every single day. So I thought, it needs to be quite mellow, it needs to be relaxing, it needs to be spacey, right? You're watching a video, you want to be relaxed, okay? That's just what it is. That's the type of content he makes, and it works very well for that purpose. But for this one, I thought, if he's out and about filming trains or filming certain pieces of content, it would be nice to have something more energetic, but also something that is relaxing at the same time. So you'll notice in this beat, it's got a lot of, it does have a lot of space, but when it picks up, it really picks up. And I think that's great for, let's say, vlogging. You can have the less energetic pieces during your speech, or maybe during like a less exciting bit, but then when you get to the destination, it'll ramp up, you know, like doing like a montage on the train, or you're going to like Disneyland, or you're in India, which will be his case. So yeah, I think the piece of music works quite nicely. I will still be uploading it to YouTube, I think, just to document the process, right? I think it's very important, and the whole point of me kind of doing this beat making challenge is to improve, of course, improve in every aspect, but also to show what I've produced, you know, and show the improvement, because it's all well and good doing the 30 days, but it's also even better to look back and go, damn, like I started off here and now I'm here. Who knows, maybe I'm at the same level of production, maybe I got worse, maybe I got better. The whole point is I literally just sit down, make a beat first take, and it is what it is. Of course, sometimes if there's, you know, little elements, like for example, okay, so with my future beat, I was editing it, everything was cool. I then, you know, published a video, but then I realised, oh hey, this beat is fire, but the choir is out of key. So one of the notes, or a couple of the notes, were off, but I didn't realise at the time. So what I did is I just went back and changed it, because as much as I want to keep it raw and authentic, there's also a standard I have to set, right? You know, I'm not here to make perfect beats by any means, but if I notice a glaring issue or like a little sound I can add just to make it better for the so that when I, you know, publish the video, an artist would want to hop on it, then of course I'm going to do that. But I try and make it as authentic and as one take as possible. But of course there are going to be modifications that I make to beats in that case, or again if I hear a certain sound or something is sounding a little bit off in the mix, then I will go back and clean it up. But I'll never just change the beat completely and then post a new beat instead of just doing the authentic one, because that's not the whole point of this challenge or this channel at the moment. Realistically, it's just going to be taken up with that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the thing I would do, just so they're ready for artists to hop on. Because the idea is, you know, I'm doing this for fun, of course, but there is an element of, oh hey, at the end of the 30 days, I'm going to have 30 high quality beats that I'm proud of. So of course I want to clean them up where I can, and then when I post them, artists are going to be like, whoa, this guy's amazing, and then hopefully I can get a placement, you know? That's the idea. But yeah, anyway, so once the 30 days is up, of course I'm still going to be making content, but I'm not going to be making content as often. Reason being, you guys don't understand how hard it is to actually make a beat a day for 30 days and record it, edit it in the same day and post it and make the thumbnail, make other social media content. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and also you get creativity block, right? So I'm expecting soon, to be fair, to start getting beat block, which is a phenomena that occurs when you just don't know what melody to do, you're just really struggling with the drums, you're just struggling with any element of a beat, and it's stopping you from actually making the final instrumentation. It's a very real thing that producers face, so yeah, I'm expecting that to kick in very soon, but I am going to persevere and keep going, and I keep thinking of new concepts for beats to do, because I feel like I've done a broad range of genres at the moment. So I've done the summer beat for Lil Tecca, which was more of a, you know, happy, warm vibe, and then we've got the lo-fi one, which again was the backing track for my mate's videos and a very relaxing and calming piece. Then we have the rage beat for Playboi Carti, which is like a space feel. It really embodies my brand actually of, you know, Saturn, the planet, space, all that stuff, and it kind of reminds me of that. So I was a big fan of that one, but very different to the rest. And then we've just obviously posted the Future Metro Boomin style beat, and now in the background you can hear the one that I'm producing in the background, which is a house / lo-fi beat. So I've done all different genres so far, and I think for the next one, actually, spoiler, we're going to be attempting, okay, to produce a drill Indian sample beat. So what this will entail of, if you guys are unaware of the Indian drill wave, effectively we're going to get some female lead vocals, we're going to sample it, chop it up and make a melody out of it, and then pop drill or trap drums on it and create a hard Indian type beat. Now the reason we're doing this actually is, again, shout out to my mate, so the same guy who, as I mentioned before, is making the videos. He's going to India, he's actually travelling as we speak, he's in a taxi actually, so he is going to India, and he said to me, oh, you know, I'm going to show my mates the videos, your videos. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. Like, you don't really need to. Like, sure, if you love the content that much, then yeah, of course, like, please show it around. I would love that. But like, you don't have to. And he was like, ah, cool. So what I'm going to do anyway, I plan on making, an Indian style beat that those guys can listen to, and I feel like I'll probably reach a bigger audience by doing that as well, doing different styles. And I think it would just be cool, you know, he gets to India, sees that I've uploaded the beat and it's hard, and then he shows it to his mates and they're like, oh yeah, this is sick. I don't know, just be a cool moment where cultures kind of collide, and I think it'll make for a very hard beat anyway, because I know Indian like ethnic vocals sound amazing over drums anyway. I've never really sampled before actually, which is something that I want to get into, and also making more songs. So you will notice that on my channel, again, if you've been kind of sticking around recently, you'll notice that I did make a song, or tried to make a song, you know, producer makes a song for the first time. That's what the video is called. Yeah, what we did, we slapped on some auto-tune, slapped on mixing presets, whatever you want, we slapped it on, and we made a good tune, you know. I'm actually really happy with it. Of course the singing isn't great, like you can tell there's a lot of auto-tune, the vocals aren't very human, but I do want to say, music is so subjective, okay? If you told me that Playboi Carti would have been popular, let's say you told me 10 years ago, you were like, oh yeah, in 2024, 2023, Playboi Carti would be huge. I'd be like, nah, what are you talking about? You can't understand what he's saying, so much auto-tune, I hate it. But now look at him, like 60 million plus monthly listeners, the most loyal fan base to exist. Like, it's crazy. Same with Future. Future blew up ages and ages ago, but his style was very mumbly, very auto-tune, not very mainstream, let's say, but he's got 65 million monthly listeners. So music is subjective, honestly. We could be creating the new wave right now. SoundCloud rappers, for example. I know a lot of them fell off, which is quite unfortunate, like Lil Pump. But if I go back and listen to Lil Pump now, I'm like, oh, it's actually hard, because the culture and the music has just changed so much since then. So one thing I want to say to any aspiring producers out there, I know I'm also an aspiring producer as well, but please just don't take anything too seriously and make music that you actually enjoy. And don't follow a mold, because following a mold, it's good for inspiration. So for example, if you're watching your favourite producer make a dark trap beat and he uses strings, he uses pianos, he uses choirs, he uses impact hits like dum, he uses bells, then yes, of course, take that into consideration. But don't be trying to copy their style word for word, bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I've had most fun during these daily cook-ups where I'm just free-flowing. For example, when I did the first video, I literally said, oh, I'm going to make a summer vibe, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't even look up any tutorials on how to make a summer beat before that, it just came naturally. You know, I didn't overthink it as well, that's a big thing. The more you overthink your beats, the worse they become. Again, it is quite difficult for me to not actually overthink my beats, because I'm always listening to every single sound to make sure it's on the key or perfect. So it is quite hard to do that for me. But this is why I've been doing the daily challenge, because I know that I can't spend too long on a beat, you know? I can't just spend like 2 days on it and completely overthink it and create something that's, well, actually, arguably worse. Because for me anyway, the longer I spend, like there's like a cut-off point, right? If I spend an hour, of course it's going to be better than a beat that I made in 10 minutes, but if I spend 5 hours on a beat, I'm going to get bored of it and then hate it. So usually what I do now, I get my beat, I export it, listen to it on my phone, does the mix sound good? If not, quickly adjust a couple of things, boom. Then I listen on my speaker, does the mix sound good? If not, you know, go back and change it. And I do that with my 3 things, so earbuds, well 4 things actually. Yeah, I guess the phone kind of counts. So earbuds, speaker, headphones, and phone. And if the mix sounds good, I leave it there. I email it to myself, download it on my phone so I can show people, done. So yeah, that's some advice I would give. But yeah, we're coming to the end. I'm gonna actually unmute the track now because it looks like we're playing the beat. And yeah, I hope this was informative, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Indian ethnic drill type beat. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.